You know that I'm on a no buy until March and then on a low buy for the rest of this year, at least until Advent season begins, until Advent calendar season begins. So I have been avoiding all new launches, except for the ones that have been gifted to me one way or the other. However, I thought I'd tell you my thoughts on a number of new releases and upcoming products. I may be interested in 4 or 5 of the upcoming products. So let's see what they are. Let's see why I like them or don't like them. So off we go. The first thing, Revolution Mood Skincare. I like the idea of more and more companies coming up with affordable skincare, ingredient driven skincare, science based skincare. Very nice. We need more of that rather than, magic anti agers, magic youth rejuvenating renewal advanced creams. However, this I feel is taking a gimmick too far. They've got moods, for your skin: angry, stressed, thirsty, and they've got products for each mood. So you have thirsty skincare there, and then you have stressed skincare. The problem with this is that your skin needn't necessarily be in one mood at a particular time. My skin, for instance, has a bazillion moods per day. I tell you, that thing has its own periods and whatever, because that's how many mood swings my skin has in a day or even an hour. My skin's mood changes, so you can't really pinpoint one particular mood and stick to a particular routine for my skin. Given that all of these ranges contain are very comprehensive, are very complete, you can't use one entire routine first and then another entire routine on top of that. You can't use all the products in angry first and then all the products in thirsty. I mean, you can mix and match, and then what's the point, I ask? So that's why I feel, and given that there are so many multitaskers these days, there are hydrating products that target acne and inflammation. There are brightening products that also hydrate. So you have so many multitaskers, you can mix and match. So you don't need this kind of entire separate routines there. Separated routines for each mood that your skin is going to be in. I think that this is very, very, very gimmicky, and therefore I will be avoiding this entire lot. And to make matters worse, a number of these products contain shea butter, which is poison to my acne, which is fatal to my acne rather, as well as CBD cannabis sativa. I have not used cannabis sativa, and I can get that it will probably, act as an anti-inflammatory. But I feel that it is being marketed like a snake oil, like a one-stop, like a panacea for everything, And I don't know, are there studies showing that cannabis sativa can solve everything from eczema and psoriasis to acne to flaking and dryness and oiliness and sebum control and puffiness and every wrinkles and aging and fine lines and dullness and lack of even tone and large pores? Can cannabis solve everything the way they claim it can? I have my doubts about cannabis sativa, and again, as I said, this skincare range is very, very gimmicky with those moods, being used to market, and I feel that the addition of cannabis sativa is yet another gimmick there. And shea butter, absolute no for my skin. Definitely not going to touch any of these with a barge pole. I'm also not impressed by the Natasha Denona Love Glow Cheek Palette or the Eye Palette. I did say that I want my first Natasha Denona Eye Palette sometime soon, but the problem is none of these are speaking to me. And while the ABH Modern Renaissance Palette did kick off that trend of ruddy, reddish, pinkish, mauvey eyeshadows, I think that right now we're at an overkill phase with those colors, and this is one of those, again, very pinky. No, not interested. At least, have pinks that speak to me then. Nothing pink speaks to me. So not a fan, will be avoiding this. However, on the basis of packaging, I really, really, really liked the look of the Estee Lauder Act 4 Spring Collection, which is the brainchild of Daniel Lauder. I think that is the 4th generation from EL, and that's why it's called Act 4. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. So there is a highlighter, and there is a 4-pan palette, which also includes a blush. there is a filter powder, and there are two lipsticks called Real Coral and Real Rose. I like the look of Real Rose. And then there's a brush set, which I really like, and two lip balms. The packaging is lovely, very lovely. It's just that none of these products really speaks to me, particularly that highlighter is downright garish. And that thing is going to bring out every pitted acne scar that I have, or have ever had, or will have in the future. That's what I think of that highlighter. But that's only a guess. I dare say it's great, but it looks like the kind of highlighter that will be utterly wrong for those with pitted acne scars. So yeah, the one that I really, really want from the set is the brush collection. However, I have so many brushes, and I am on a strict no brush buy for this year, so I don't think I'll get these brushes. No, it's just fancy packaging. It's not. The products are not anything special. The packaging wonderful. The products inside, all right. So very similarly packaged, intended to appeal at those who are suckers for good packaging, such as myself, but without anything very special in the products. It's a Chantecaille Spring collection, titled the Hummingbird collection. Look at that packaging. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. I could stare at that all day. No, not gonna happen. And I'll tell you why. Because once those packages, those pots, pans, containers are opened, the products inside are very special. You have a warm eyeshadow palette, the green one, and you have a cool eyeshadow palette, the blue one, and then you have a highlighter. Why is everybody doing highlighters? It is a new decade, for the love of Pete. This isn't the early 2010s. That's why highlighters were everywhere. Mid-2010s, sorry. Mid-2010s, highlighters were everywhere. Not now. Then there are some lippies, and it is the lippies as usual that really appeal to me, but I won't be getting any of these because, as I said, this is fancy packaging. The products in there are not anything special. And right now, it's not just packaging that does it for me. The products in there must also pack a punch for me to buy. Failing on counts of both packaging and pans inside is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette. Can we please stop with the Pillow Talk trend? Pillow Talk every bloody where. My mum said she was getting the Pillow Talk Intense lipstick for herself and the medium for me. She hasn't talked about it after that, so I'm not going to say anything to her. But if she, gives it to me, I can't do anything. Still on a no buy here. But I'm over this Pillow Talk trend. Why is everything Pillow Talk, and why is everything still warm, ruddy, neutral palettes, eyeshadows? This palette doesn't speak to me one bit. There isn't one color that I cannot duplicate from my stash many times over. Definitely not at all interested in this. However, almost hooking me in with the packaging, although the colors are incredibly lunatic and nothing like you see in the pans, are two By Terry Terribly Paris eyeshadow palettes. You have a by night version and a by day version. And if you see the photographs there, not only is the packaging lovely, but also the pans, the pattern on the pans, lovely. The engraving, or whichever you call it, the stamping, wonderful, very pretty, very Parisian. Speaks to me definitely. However, the shades that you see in that eyeshadow, in those eyeshadow palettes, the shades that you see in those pans are not how they look when they swatch. I googled swatches and was quite shocked. None of those swatches is going to suit anybody with an olive undertone or a yellow undertone or with a tan or any kind of deeper skin. Maybe the palest of pale people with cool undertones, yes, but nobody else. So those shades are right off. This is not how it works. And I love By Terry. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm a huge fan of By Terry. And I tend to buy some of their newer products. However, these two, no. The colors, no. The packaging, yes. I admit I was also quite tempted by the Gucci, the latest lipsticks from Gucci, Rouge à Lèvres, Gothique, they're called. The same price as the Rouge à Lèvres Satin. That I showed you recently. Last year, Gucci released their first lipsticks after they relaunched the beauty section, and I bought quite a few. I've reviewed all of them. I linked them up in the description box below. They're stunning. They're utterly lovely. The packaging of these, the Gothic ones, wonderful. The colors, copsicle, I feel. They're greyish, most of them are greyish, greyish, right? Mixture of grey and beige. So very greyish, and greyish tends to look copsicle on my skin tone. You need that hint of pink or hint of coral somewhere there in order to make me not look copsicle. So these very copsical. Love the packaging. I'm very sad because I know I did say that I would buy whatever Gucci launched. I'm going to do that. Another pink palette to rise up is the Melt Cosmetics Millennial Pinks. I like the sound of Millennial Pinks. I like the name. I like the concept. But you know, more pink palettes are the one thing that I don't really need in my stash. More greens, maybe. More khakis, more purples, yes. No more pinks, no. Victoria Beckham continues her foray into skincare, collaborating again with Augustinus Bader. This time there's a serum out. The products, the ingredients are definitely not going to suit my acne-prone skin. And I think it's a bit of too much too soon. And I tried the Augustinus Bader, the cream sample that I got at some advent calendar or the other, and I wasn't too impressed. I mean, my Cosrx oil-free ultra moisturizing lotion with bark sap does the exact same thing as this cream does for a fraction of the price. So I'm not going to buy Augustinus Bader, not even when it's a collab with Victoria Beckham. Another brand to foray into skincare is Huda Beauty. And you know that I tend to buy anything new from Huda Beauty. However, in this case, I will be avoiding this at present. I mean, I don't know what else is coming from her. She's got an enzyme scrub out now. And £34 or $48 for a down face scrub is where I draw the line. You know that I like my luxury products. I am not, loath to spend money on a good luxury product. But, $48 for a face scrub is better. First of all, I don't use physical exfoliants. I use only chemical exfoliants. Secondly, it's just a face scrub. Why am I supposed to pay $48? Half $100 pop for it. Now, last year, a number of brands released foundations. This year, a number of brands are releasing concealers. For some reason or the other, you've got the Hourglass Vanish Concealer, £32. The Zower Authentic Concealer, £18. Dior Forever Skin Concealer, £25. Beauty Blender has a concealer coming. Revolution has a new version, Infinitexel version of their Conceal and Define Concealer. So many brands are coming out with concealers this year. I have no idea why. I'm going to be avoiding the entire lot because my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer and my Estee Lauder Double Wear Flawless Concealer suit me just fine. So I'm not going to go in for any of these. I'm over this. I think that everybody's quick to jump on a particular bandwagon. I think there needs to be more room for originality rather than doing what other brands are doing. Sparkly lipsticks are continuing to launch. And Tom Ford is the latest with their Lip Spark at £40. But recently I did a video on lipsticks that were nasty and started stinking within 3 months of purchase. And Tom Ford was one of them. And I am very loath to buy Tom Ford as a result. However, Hermes is due to release their first beauty products, lipsticks, in very retro packaging, and I really like the look of those. Apparently, each lipstick comes with an exclusive fragrance. I mean, has an exclusive fragrance. You won't get fragrance free with each lipstick. No, that's not how it works. The lipstick itself is fragranced exclusively. And I'm very excited about these. Hopefully, I will find 2 or 3 shades that I can buy that are up my alley. And in the event they launch in March, then by then I will be done with my no-buy. And hopefully these will be the first products that I buy after my no-buy. First products of this year, Hermes lipsticks. Marvelous. I'm also quite interested in the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydro Rescue Moisturizing Makeup. For 2 reasons. First of all, apparently the coverage is not quite shades, quite good. Secondly, there is SPF 45 there. And it would be nice to be able to reapply above my existing SPF over the days. So I'm always looking for makeup containing at least SPF 40, SPF 50 and so on. So far, the only one that I really, really like is DH Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Oil-Free CC Matte. And that is the shade Medium Tan that I have there. And that's SPF 40. However, the SPF in here is entirely mineral physical sunscreen, not chemical sunscreen. I fear that the Estee Lauder has chemical sunscreen, in which case I will be avoiding it. I also want to take a good look at the ingredients and see if they have any essential oils, shea butter or something that can break me out. I also have my eye on the Dior Glow Vibes 5 Colors palette, Pink Vibration it is called. Very nice now, those colours. And the other thing is I don't want any large palettes anymore. I want quads, I want quintets, I want duos, I want trios. Because, you know, too many pounds in a palette, confusing the heck out of me, and I don't need so many. I like the idea of smaller palettes, ideal for travel. You can just pop that into a suitcase and off you go. One concealer that I will be buying, I know I told you about a lot of concealers that I won't be buying, here's the one that I will be buying, the Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. I'm not a huge fan of the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, believe it or not, I don't like it. And I'll tell you why. I'm very greasy, so it's a dewy finish and it makes my skin all the more roily in appearance. I know that a lot of people adore this foundation. It is 100% acne safe, suitable for acne prone skins. It doesn't break me out one bit. But what I don't love is that it's a bit dewy in finish, and my skin is naturally very dewy. I don't need dewy products. So I don't love the foundation. I want to try the concealer though, because my under eye areas are very, very dry. They could do with some dewiness. So if this concealer is like the foundation, my under eye area will love it. So I'm going to be buying that one once my new buys it. The Hermes lipsticks for sure. And the other products, we'll see, yeah. See, a number of recent launches don't appeal to me one bit. Take the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer, for instance. Inspired obviously by their All Nighter setting spray, which itself doesn't work for me, so why would I want to try the primer? £26, that one doesn't appeal to me. Also, Too Faced the Natural Nudes palette. The layout has me raising my eyebrows. I don't know, I like symmetry. The other thing is those shades, that's 50 shades of neutral right there, and you don't need 50 shades of neutral. 8 shades of neutral, that's enough. From, you know, milk chocolate or, you know, off-whitey beige to, you know, deep brown. That's enough. You don't need 50 shades of neutral. So those are my thoughts on the recent releases so far of 2020. For the major part, I'm not impressed at all. There are 2 products that I'm really interested in, the Hermes lipsticks and the Armani concealer. Apart from that, nothing really appeals to me. I could do without those, you know. And the Hermes lipsticks, if I don't find a nice shade that I want, that speaks to me, I'll be avoiding that as well. Again, Armani, I need a good shade match as well. So it all depends. And this is the year so far that I've been completely disinterested in whichever's launched so far. Has anybody else felt the same? No, I'm not disinterested in makeup. I'm completely obsessed with makeup and skincare. Even now, full routine, very interested, love playing with my stash, love playing with the products that I have, love looking for new products, love looking at or, you know, learning more about new releases. However, nothing's really appealing. Is anybody else going through this? If so, please tell me in the comments below. I'd love to know that I have company. So that's all from me for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please do give me a thumbs up. Please do hit the subscribe button. Please do ring the notifications bell, and I'll speak to you soon.